Okay, we are now working on our railing system. So I want to show you, if you want to zoom in on this. No, like all the way. In our county, we have a minimum of 36-inch height with a 4-inch minimum gap on the bottom. Also 4-inch in between. So do you want to show them what we're going with?
Yeah. What we're going with is this.
Yeah, these are 2x4s and poles. So what we're doing is we decided we wanted a 3-inch gap.
Yeah.
And the two boards together make 7. And then we went with a 26-inch pole. Total 36, and it'll actually be higher because these have a 1/4 inch each, so that's raising it a little more. Now also, you have to figure out if you want a top. This is an old top. You have to figure the height if it's going to go on here. So we're going to go with solar lights. So we went with the metal brackets that I got from Menards. They were like with rebate $1.19 or something like that. The first thing you want to do after you figure your height is you want to measure your board. When I do this, I push it. I actually don't measure it that way because something could be off a little bit and there's a lumber shortage. I go ahead and hand mark it. Remember, you have to account for a gap. Any bracket, check each one. So this is a 1/4 inch here, so I know what I need to do. Well, together it's a certain thing. All right, after you cut this, the top and the bottom should be identical, but before you install them, always check. I know that I want my distance from the bottom board to the bottom of this plate to be 3 inches because I have a grandson. So what I did is I made just cut a little board that shows the 3 inches minus this little 1/2 inch here. So then I have this and just screw the bottom plates on. Oops. Go. Okay, now that the 2 bottom plates are put in, then we have to work on our top and bottom boards. We need to measure these apart. They need to be 4 inches apart. That's the code here. You got to check your local code. So let me show you how you do that. The next part is the tedious part. We have to put these spacers on both the top and bottom board. So what I do so they line up, I hook them together. So this is going to be my bottom board. This is going to flip up and be my top board. Okay, now they should be spaced 4 inches apart, but you have to count how big these are. All right, sorry about that. My dog wants Taylor to pet him. He just ate. Okay, so remember, so 4 inches in our code, some other place may need them closer together. Now, am I going to start hooking them up at 4? No, what happens if, and I'll come down here, this post here has maybe 3 on the bottom. That would be really silly to have 4-inch space here and a 3-inch here. So what you do is do the difference. So this would be 3.5 inches and 3.5 inches on the ends only. Everything 4 apart. That way there's no thing. So what I do is I mark the 4 and draw a line. First one here is 4. And I draw a line that way they're equal. I know when I flip this, it's gonna hit over here. I'm not gonna guess and get off 4 1/4 or whatever. They're both gonna be on this line. So one here and one there. And then I do the distance from this and this. This distance between the two have to be the same because when this flips up, it's going to be on the same side. Okay, you can see how they're the same distance apart from each other. Okay, a great part that Stefan could do is put all the posts on.
Or maybe not.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, these are on now, and this one, I already put the bottom plates on earlier. So I'm gonna go put this into the plates. But as you can see, this one basically is gonna fold over like this, and the poles will go on. All right, Stefan's putting just one pole on each one. And the reason we're doing this is I have put these brackets on temporarily. I want to make sure that these fit before I install them. Okay.
Here. 1, 2, and done.
Okay.
We're not wrong.
So I'm measuring to make sure it's same distance, 1/2 inch. And then I'm just going to mark this. And I know this is exact. Could I measure with the tape measure from here and there? Yeah, but everybody gets off just a little eighth. And these poles really need to sit in totally into their sleeves. Here's the tricky part. I'm not putting these all the way in. Our brackets are in. I'm not hammering it down. I'll put it a little lower. The fun part is putting all the brackets in and trying to get them all in as you hammer it down.
Like that.
So you just need an octopus with lots of
Hard.
arms.
And
I'll show you a trick.
And the good thing.
Okay, first just set these in gently. They're going to wobble around. They're not going anywhere.
Sometimes the whale.
Yes. Okay. Start on one end and gently just put each one in until it catches. Good job. Next.
Wait. Stop.
You keep it in.
Ready.
Hold them straight in. Alright, we got them in. All I have to do is put our screws here
Yes.
on each side. You
And
want to
then-
hammer, make sure it's in gently. Then we have to work on the stairs. Hey everyone, now we have to work on the railing coming down for the stairs. So it's not a full notch, but right here, if you take a look, I have some to put the post on so it doesn't get wet. And then I could cut it straight here and maybe nobody'd see, but it would bother me. So I have to notch out this little section here and then push the post, and it will bolt onto the stair risers and everything here. So one last cut here. Then I'm not going to cut anything here until I figure the railing here. And I got to show you a few things on that. Okay, stairs are really tricky. So there's different codes. In our code, I have a dummy board that I've put up here, and you're not supposed to have a 6-inch circle pass through. So all my friends save their little Tupperware or whatever. This is a perfect 6, or you could cut your own 6, but make sure that your bottom plate meets this. It's hard to explain. Now, before I cut anything, I did that. Then I just screwed one side and I just marked it. And I also wanted to get the angle for these, for the post. And I want to check that before I cut anything else. So this is how we do it here. I want to go inside and show you the different options you have with these. All right, inside I want to go over the baluster connections that you could use. Okay, there's a Menard's, Home Depot, and a Lowe's. So they're all different. Home Depot and Lowe's are similar. Both are adjustable, which is great. So you can see the only problem I have with them, it's very hard to adjust them. You have to take them apart and snap them back in. You have to line up stuff, and their marks never seem to be the exact same. Although it is handy if you don't have a perfect angle for, or what they consider a perfect angle. Menards are set. They're straight, so they sit flat, or else they're angled. And that's easier, that you don't have to move everything around, but not everything is this perfect angle. Right now, it's hard to get any of these. I had to go several stores to get a combo because right now, you know, shipments are hard to come by, factories open and close. So for the stairs, I'm using these. I made sure I matched this one. I didn't want to sit here and break them apart and put them together. And you could see the difference. After we tried to adjust them, they're still not the same. So let me show you how I put these on. Okay, for me, because these move and these are hard to move around, I thought I could just twist them, but it doesn't work out that way. So I put it in, I tap it in just a little bit, and then I made sure that this is at the angle that I want. And now that I'm on camera, I'll probably do it wrong. And then just gently put it in. Okay, now this is on. I'm going to take 2 of these. I wanted to show you also. Make sure that these, when they stand flat, are 4 inches. For our code, it's 4 inches. It's different. If I measure this way, you could see the difference. It's 5 because that's an angle. So when you measure these, make sure it's this way, not sloped. Also, the next step, I'm going to put one here, one railing here, one here, and then I'm going to put my board on here and mark it.
Yo, this is our wrap part, and then we're done. Because this is the important step. And then we need another one here. But sometimes it's really hard. Yo, this needs to go here. But sometimes it has to go here. And the cool thing is,
hey.
and the cool thing is, this is
you're gonna have to hold this one in because it's funky. Okay, got it? No, hold it with your hands. I got this one. Little more. Okay. We finished the deck except for one round railing. I forgot about it. It's for code here where we're at. So I have black handles for it. I don't know if I want to paint the round railing black or keep it brown. Everybody send in what they think. Otherwise, this turned out better than I thought. This is a great little step off, you know, into the backyard, the pasture. If I ever get the money, I'll have a really big deck down here to walk onto it, or else I'll landscape. The other thing that I was going to do, but my daughter stopped me, which for a good reason, it looks great like this, but in my head, I was going to put a ledge to put coffee, maybe a couple bar stools, but, hold on, dog's scratching. But it looks so good,
And
I can
the other
always
one,
add that later. Yeah. The other idea was I saw where you make gutter planters with flowers coming over. So next spring you may see this. My daughter's like, oh, please don't. But Stefan, did you want to say something?
Yeah. So we have waffles out here in our smoothie and also
Coffee.
coffee. And it was even fun. We run out my toy and play.
Here on the deck? Oh,
Yeah.
how cool. I missed that. I had to go get one more thing from the hardware store.
All right.
I think I'm done. But please subscribe, like, and share. The next episode's
And-
going to go over pumpkins. We had too much rain, and so we got some fungus I'm going to go through.
And also,
And a visitor. Who's our visitor that ate half of our pumpkins?
our raccoon.
We have a raccoon.
And also, my garden, the video you saw, and the green beans are doing super well.
Oh, yeah. He ate a bunch of green beans.
We
Now
do-
that the deer aren't in there.
And we have a little more green beans. We want them and die and can eat them.
All right.
Like-
This is Sabrina and Stefan.